What's up everybody, my name's GT from Gamertag VR, and recently I made a video about the Oculus Quest and the response has been massive. Like, everyone's really excited about it. I interviewed VR developers in virtual reality using Rec Room, and a few of them are obviously developing on Oculus and HTC Vive, and some have already got the Oculus Quest headset. So what I've done is I've taken the segments of the interviews that involve the Oculus Quest and I've made them into one video here. We're all talking about it and we're all hyped about it, but these guys have got them now. They've got the headsets now and they're using them now, and it's great to hear their feedback on it. I especially try and get developers on there that are making games for all the headsets. So yeah, please enjoy this video. If you do, give it a like, and any comments as always, put them down below, and please enjoy.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's another big step.
Yeah. Quest is like, this headset has a lot of features that make it like put on the headset and play experience.
Yeah.
So this is mobile based, and of course this is the disadvantage because the performance is worse, but this is also the advantage because you don't have to turn it off at all. So you play, let's say, super hot, and then you decide that you're done for today, so you just put off the headset, you don't turn it off, you put it on the shelf. Next day, you come back, you put the headset on, and you're back in the game, like literally, like 1 second, you're back in the game. You don't have to boot the PC at all. Better thing, you go to your parents' place or your girlfriend's place. You just put the headset into the bag, you go to their place, you put it from the back, and this headset recognizes their room because you've been there before. It recognizes, it like gives you new like security boundaries, like the guardian system, and you're back in the game.
Wow.
And for me, this is huge because I really struggle with the wire and with the like Steam updates, the GPU drivers updates, Windows 10 updates. You guys have less on PlayStation, but still there's some. Yeah,
Tons
so
of
Quest is going to be huge. And yeah, I think that Quest is going to bring more people to VR and to PlayStation VR, probably the second edition, because the first one, the PlayStation, like the first gen of PlayStation VR, is going to be too similar to Quest. Because even of the missing features like eye tracking, like not being inside out tracked by having this move tracking system, stuff like that. But with the second generation, people who already got Quests and PlayStation 5, they will buy PlayStation VR 2 just so they can play not only Beat Saber and Super Hot in VR on the Quest, but also the new Bethesda game, the new Elder Scrolls game. I hope it's going to be VR.
Definitely.
I think we are excited about Oculus Quest as a technology. I think the ease of use in VR is one of the blockers that that stops us from mass adoption, a potential mass adoption along the road. I mean, setting things up today, if you're an engaged VR gamer, you might not care. Yeah, you have to put up your cameras and you have some cords you need to connect to your laptop or your PC, stuff like that. But for VR to really grow, I think one of the key things to make it easier to access awesome content, to make it easier to use the content quicker. And the Quest is an exciting piece of hardware from that perspective. It really offers proper gameplay experiences with, I think it's an unprecedented sort of a plug-and-play experience that people kind of expect today from technology. Looking at smartphones or even the Nintendo Switch, like it's a one-button press and you're in, basically. You're used to that now. That's the trend of technology, and VR has that challenge that can be quite cumbersome for some people to actually understand how to get into the cool thing about VR in a quick way.
Well, it's not only understanding it, it's actually sometimes being bothered to use it. Like, I mean, I love VR personally, but my uncle, he bought PlayStation VR, he came around, he tried it, loved the PSVR World, the London Heist, and when I bought all the games, and he hardly ever uses it because he'll say, oh, you got to get it out and you got to do set up, because he's got a 4K telly as well with an HD, with the HDR pass through.
HDR,
all these little things, and to me, I'm like, yeah, I'm doing it because I love it, but I can see how some people would not want to do
Yeah.
that.
So, and then, I mean, of course, we have had our eyes on the Quest for some time. And I think we haven't talked about the Quest at all up until this very moment.
So here we go.
And, you know...
Are we leading into something there?
I think we are.
Possibly.
No,
I think you've opened the bag.
No, I mean, honestly, I'm gonna bring expectations down a bit. It's not.
Let's
that
close the bag. Close the bag.
Yeah,
Let's close the bag.
No, it's you know, we are not revealing any details here tonight, but what we can say is basically for the first time is that we have a few games in the making for Oculus Quest, which is at least one then mathematically would be a new IP, maybe more as well. But we are developing for, and what that means, I think we have to get back to
Wait
at
a bit.
later point. Yeah.
So you've obviously got units to develop on the Quest. How do you? What's your personal touch on it yourself? Do you enjoy it a lot?
No, I mean, I think it's a nice kit, and it's I personally I love it a lot. It's becoming my favorite VR headset just because of how easy it is to use.
Yeah,
and I really like the idea. I mean, developing on it is good as it's good too, but the really cool thing is just being able to put it in a bag and bring it to a friend. VR is a lot right now about you know taking a headset, showing it to your friend. Try this thing.
Yeah.
Try
come
this.
to me. You've got to come to me to try it.
This is like, okay, I'll bring all the cool experiences, and I say you have to try this, and then they do. So I think just getting more people to experience VR, for that it's going to be I hope it's going to be a really big thing.
I actually truly believe it will be. I think the Quest is going to change because the price point on it as well is it's competitive.
I saw that Superdata had some predictions that they expected the Quest to sell 1.3 million units this calendar year in 6 months, really, or whatever it might be.
Yeah, because I think they might have. Did someone say they were sort of talking about April, but then they've started talking about.
Nice. So looking forward into the future as well. You mentioned patch 3 and a 4 coming with extra difficulties. What about the Oculus Quest? Are you looking into possibly supporting that in the future?
Yeah, so the good thing is that we actually have a Quest in the office. But so far it's been a little bit quiet from Oculus on what the requirement is to get something onto the Quest. But now it was a couple of days ago, they mentioned the curated process. They showed us the pitch document and everything. So basically the Quest is going to be a highly curated system. Where the Rift is not highly curated, just semi-curated. So we'll see if Dig Wild is in Oculus's strategy, but we'll definitely send a proposal to them.
It's cool. It's good. I mean, have you used it? Have you had a go on it?
Yes, definitely. We did have a lot of a go on it. We played a lot around with the Quest.
A lot of a go.
It looks worn, just the amount of hours we've toyed around with it. It's a wonderful machine. It's a fantastic product.
Superb.
It's caters to sort of some of the same market, but also a totally new market of people. Like we have the hardcore gamers over here and that are using VR at the moment. Yeah. And some of them would like the Quest, but there's a whole new bunch of people that will enjoy the Quest for all sorts of other things than what VR is being used to right now.
And definitely also just the availability, because like the PlayStation VR is great. If you have a PlayStation, you can play VR, but with a Quest, you can just buy it and then you can play it anywhere.
Yeah.
And we're down to console prices again.
Yeah.
For the full system.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, man. Yeah,
it's about similarly priced as a PlayStation, right?